Hi, my name is Evgeny Epstein and I'm doing the week 1 peer review assignment for the Coursera class Introduction to the Music Production. I chose the topic of recording with an amplifier because this is close to what I actually do from time to time, save the difference that I usually use a digital effects processor instead of an amplifier. But for the purpose of this assignment, I believe this to be functionally the same thing, and a bit later I will touch upon why I think so. So now let's get to the things.
So, why using the amplifier? There are two basic considerations regarding this question. The first being the consideration of latency, the second being the consideration of sound engineering. The nature of latency is the question a bit off topic my assignment, but I will still recap it in a brief way. Basically, the latency is the time that your system needs to convert the analog audio stream into the digital signal, to process the digital signal within your digital audio workstation, and to convert the digital system back to the analog stream and pass that stream through your speakers or headphones or whatever monitoring device that you have. Now we have an amplifier. Having an amplifier, we have a way to avoid the latency and to monitor the signal that we are recording with an external monitoring device. Recording through an amplifier is not only a way to avoid latency, it's also widely considered to be the way to record musical instruments like guitars, bass, like this, because the amplifier itself, its cabinets, the microphone, and of course the room are widely considered to be as integral parts of the instrument sound as its body, its neck, or its strings are. Let's imagine that for some reason we do not want to record the amplifier sound through microphone. Maybe we just don't have a microphone, maybe our room still leaves much to be desired, or we just do not want to wake up our granny. To that end, we can use the amplifier line output if we have one. This output generates the line level signal, which we can route through our digital audio interface line input. We should just remember that the signal that is being generated by the line output is not really the same signal that we hear from the amplifier cabinets, because it's only the pre-amplified signal with whatever processing that our amplifier offers, and it lacks the sounding that the actual amplifier and the cabinets bring into. Then we can monitor what we are recording just through the amplifier cabinets, turning the volume down so that we can still hear the signal, but that is not enough for recording. Still, we won't wake up our granny. Or we can just plug the headphones into our amplifier and monitor what we are recording through those headphones if you have a headphones output. To this end, I find it worth noting, and it hasn't been noted in the video lecture, that many modern digital audio interfaces have the direct output function that allows to monitor the input signal without any delay, because it's being monitored before the signal is processed, so there is no perceivable latency in this monitoring. At this point, I find this really similar to what I do. Here you can see my guitar and my bass, and you can see that my guitar is connected with this green cable to the digital effects processor. As I have mentioned earlier, I consider these digital effect processors to be functionally the same thing as the amplifier, with the purpose of this lecture, because they act really as the amplifier's preamp, processing the sound and generating the line level signal. This effect processor has a stereo output, so it is connected with stereo line cables to my audio interface. You can see that there are gain knobs here. They have meters. I plug the strings, and you can see that meters are functioning, and they are doubled by the software meters that come with the driver software. You can see it here. Having spoken about the two major ways to record the instrument sound using an amplifier, I'd like to touch a bit the idea of experimenting with signal splitting and parallel recording. For example, if we use a direct box with a direct input splitter, we can not only record the balanced signal with an amplifier, thus improving our sound quality, but we can also split the signal so we can both record a signal processed with an amplifier and an unprocessed direct signal routed directly through our audio interface. This can also come quite handy if our amplifier doesn't have any line output and we do not have any microphones, so we just can record our instrument directly and use the amplifier for monitoring. We can of course monitor it either using the amplifier cabinets or by connecting our headphones to the amplifier if we can do so. And if we do use the line output, so we can connect our monitor headphones to the direct monitoring socket of our audio interface. And of course, nothing prevents us from using the microphone to record the amplifier sound simultaneously with recording the direct input from our direct box. Even if we don't have any direct box, we can still try to record parallelly the line output signal and the microphone signal. Actually, this is quite a popular way to use the amplifier to record the instrument sound because it gives the sound engineer quite a space for experimenting with balancing those two signals with the purpose of obtaining a really powerful and bouncy sound of the instrument.
Well, I think this was it for this week's assignment. I hope you find it informative and not extremely boring. So thank you for your attention and goodbye.